What is going on, guys? My name is Ash Chong, and this is the first ever episode of Philosophy Thursday, a little series I'm going to be doing every Thursday where I talk about philosophical topics about myself or just in general. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about what I want to do in life and what I can see myself doing going forward. This can also apply to you or anyone you know if you're having trouble figuring out what you want to do. But yeah, right now my life kind of feels like how this world is being started for the first time. I'm in a new chapter of my life and it feels new. It feels new and it feels right. You know, as I load into this world, you see that I look around and I see such beauty around me. I see a canyon later on, but I see just so much stuff. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like this new chapter of doing YouTube and social media is what I want to do long term. I've never felt this way about a hobby or a job in which I'm just sitting here thinking that I can do this in 20 years. I remember earlier in the year in 2025 that I got my friend and I hit him up and said, "Yo, do you want to start this detailing thing?" And I had this all planned out and I had this whole vision for it. And eventually I got to doing it and I didn't like it at all. I really hated it. I just thought it was way too tedious and way too mind numbing to sit there and clean cars for a living. But then I sat there. I sat there for a second with myself and thought, do I want to do this 20 years from now? What do I see myself doing with this in 20 years? And just that thought alone of what I'd need to do in my future with this just made me dread it. It just made me dread it. And by this time, I had spent around $1,000, maybe $2,000 on this, like getting the equipment, getting the chemicals and stuff for it. And I had wasted all that money and time just sitting there to realize that I don't want to do this, that I want to back out. And eventually I looked at myself and said, well, at least it was $1,000 and not 5,000. At least it wasn't 10,000. At least I wasn't 10 years in the future to realize that I don't want to do this anymore. And I kind of look at life glass half full like that, where I don't want to see it in a negative way to where it pulls me down. Like, damn, I'm down 1,000. How am I going to get that back? Now I got to do something else. It only costed me 1,000 to realize that that's not what I want to do for the rest of my life anymore. But I mean, hey, that's life, right? You go through these points of trial and error. And I think it's overall taught me that life is not easy. It's hard. It's hard, and you'll go through these periods where you just don't want to do anything and you just, it all falls short. But eventually you'll find something that you genuinely want to do. And this YouTube thing, I think I genuinely want to do, because the reason I know that is because when I go through the trials and the errors of this, I don't feel like giving up at all. I don't have a single fiber of my being that tells me, all right, Ashton, we're going to have to stop this. We're going to have to really sit back and think if this is what I really want to do. Because I got 20 views on my last video and not a single part of me was like, yeah, I'm going to give up. I'm going to stop doing this because I got 20 views and that's not enough. I mean, when you think about it, it's delusional, right? I have 20 views consistently throughout my videos and yet I'm still going. It doesn't make any sense. But something that I've learned is that every successful person and every person that will ever have success in the history of the world, before, during, and after the time that we're in right now, has always had delusion in their mind. They've always had this thought of unrelenting success. And if you really want to do something, you can really do it if you put your mind to it. I saw this video of this guy. He put himself to the test of running 50 miles in a row. Just straight 50 miles. He hasn't had any prior running experience. I don't know if he had experience in sports or anything, but he ran the 50 miles, dude. He literally documented it on this TikTok. So that really kind of just helped me realize that it's a game against my own mind, that my own mind is limiting what I can accomplish and what I can do as my dream. And all of these different people, they kind of settle down with these mediocre jobs, or maybe they're not mediocre and they're high paying, but they realize that that's not what they want to do at the end of their life. They don't want to be there in that place, but they kind of just settled for the money, or they settled for the comfortability of it. They settled on their own dreams because it was the most comfortable thing to do. Failure is just so obscene to them. I'm thankful to have realized this before a lot of other people my age. I know a lot of other people personally, and I know a lot of other people just out there. And maybe you're watching this video and you feel the same way, that instead of taking the risk, you rather take the safe route, or the route that'll get you the most money, or the route that'll make you feel the most comfortable. It's just not fulfilling at the end of the day. I work at a factory right now, and I've gotten to a point where I'm comfortable with it because, certain things changed. I used to hate it, but now I'm just kind of comfortable with it. But I don't like that. I don't like feeling comfortable with a job. I want a job that gives me struggle, but also gives me a lot of satisfaction from completing something. And that's exactly what YouTube is. I get satisfaction from looking at the screen right now, editing this, knowing that I have to go through the process of editing it, publishing it. The internet might go out, I might have to redo it again. It all comes together because life is not supposed to be comfortable. We were designed as people to operate in moments of stress and moments of survival. And when you take that away, it's just meaningless. And if you look at people in real life, people who have retired and stuff, that don't work anymore, that don't do anything, they just sit around all the time, they just become blobs and they actually become depressed. You need a purpose, and you need to find a purpose that you like. Not only a purpose that, you know, of trying to make money, but you need something more. We are people, we are above that of an animal, but we also need things that animals also need. I've probably learned the most about life in the past year, and this has made me come to the conclusion that YouTube is what I want to do. Social media overall. I have other accounts other than YouTube, like I have TikTok accounts, Instagram accounts, but this social media thing, this whole, you know, making videos, making skits, editing them, publishing them, it just feels right. And if it comes to the point where I'm homeless and this is what I'm doing, then so be it, dude. But I will accomplish success at this. That's what I've set my, goal on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be successful at this. And that's the only mindset that I'm going to have from now on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this inspired you. And if it inspired you, share it, comment, and like. Make sure to subscribe too, because I'm at 15 subscribers and I need a little bit more. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.